Someone always finds the dirt and airs out the laundry. That's why any and everything I've ever done, I'd rather you ask me.
All right, hi everyone. This is the next part kind of our house tour. So the last 3 videos have been pretty tough subjects. So I think that with this one, it'll be super light. My birthday is actually coming up very soon. And since me and my family aren't really going out to pick up anything, and obviously we can't really go out and sit down and eat for my birthday, I decided that I'm cooking a meal. So for the actual entree, I'm doing baked Parmesan shrimp. And then I am going to be doing carrot cake as well. And this will actually be my first time doing carrot cake. I've done like German chocolate, pound cake, red velvet, cheesecake. So I've done a lot of different cakes, but this will actually be my first time doing carrot cake. So hopefully it comes out good. If not, then I guess we're gonna just throw it away, and it's fine. And we'll just eat like Pillsbury cookies. But chances are, I think it'll be good. So anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The recipe actually calls for room temperature eggs, so I've already taken those out. And then of course, anytime you're baking, one of the first things you wanna do is go ahead and preheat the oven. So I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven. And then I have to shred some carrots or grate some carrots. I need like a cup. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on working on that. So if you guys wanna cook with me, just stay tuned. So here we go. All right, and then I gotta get carrots. All right, and then I hope that most of you guys are doing pretty well. I know we're still like in lockdown or under stay-at-home orders, so we're not really going out a lot. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna rinse these carrots off. I mean, granted they're in the package, but still I'd much rather rinse them off myself, just because. When they say wash your vegetables, they don't mean actually to wash it. They just mean like rinse it off with water. So I've seen a meme on Facebook where I think it was somebody washing or rinsing chicken, and they had like dish soap and water and they're washing chicken. That is not how that works. That is not how any of it works. So yeah. I don't know how well you guys can see that. And not at all really, but it's okay. It's gonna be okay. All right, I'll move this glass out of the way. So, actually I'm gonna start at the bigger end and just kind of grate from there. Comment down below if there are any recipes that you want me to try. Actually, I really do like cooking, and I really do like trying out new recipes. So you guys will probably see it during the video. I'll be looking at my phone just to kind of get proportions of what I need to put into the cake. The baked Parmesan shrimp, that is actually a entree that they had at Olive Garden several years ago. And I had it one time and it was really, really good. And then I don't know what happened, but they discontinued it. But it's a super easy recipe to make, but I'm still gonna have to look at exactly how much of what to put in. But pretty much it's shrimp, Parmesan cheese, parsley, heavy whipping cream, and I'm missing. I think that's pretty much it. Hope that everybody's having a good Monday. I know Monday is kind of one of those funny days. It's like the beginning of the week and it's like, It's the beginning of the week and it's just kind of like, you know, people are groggy and don't really want to get up to start the week. But the thing about it is you'll never finish the week until you start it. So you'll never actually get to Friday until Monday starts. However, with the way that things are right now, I mean, pretty much almost every day is like meshing together. We're getting there. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna pause the video right here because I'm not gonna let you all or make you guys suffer and watch me finish up grading this. Let me show y'all. Cup's about right here. Yeah. 1 cup. Yeah, I know this is like a really weird angle because you guys can't really see my face. And it's really funny because I'm like super short anyway. So you would think that there wouldn't be an issue seeing my face just by having the camera on the counter like that. So I'm gonna throw this away and then I'm gonna clean up this counter because the counter looks like a mess right now. All right, this is what my counter looks like right now. A hot mess. But it's okay, it's nothing that a paper towel will not fix. So I don't like to put my phone directly on the counter. I usually like to put it on a paper towel on top of the counter. So I don't know, it's just something I do. I'm sorry if you guys hear my stomach growling, you may not. But just in case you do, it is actually 1 p.m. here and I have not eaten anything all day. So I'm sure that once this cake gets going and it starts smelling really good, my stomach's probably gonna just, I don't know, my stomach is probably going to growl out of this world. So just letting you all know in advance that here, or even though I've had this house for about 2 years, about to go on 3 years in October, some of the sockets you still kind of have to kind of put pressure on when you stick, when you plug items in, you still have to kind of push into the socket. Because honestly, I mean, you've got like 4 sockets in that corner. I don't really need all 4. I mean, all I've got is a mixer and a can opener. So I don't really need all 4 of those at any one or at any given time. And I hate the angle of this camera, but I mean, there's not really much I can do to change it. But I will try to make adjustments throughout this process and hopefully that helps. I've measured out, I've got 1 cup of this. I'll just go ahead and dump it in here. And then I'm gonna cover it up with a paper towel. So like some people hate washing dishes. I am one of those people. So if I have an opportunity where I can use like plasticware, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Even though my silverware is clean, I'd much rather just keep it that way. I mean, I have a dishwasher, but still. All right, and then I'm gonna rinse this out because we have to measure out some other ingredients. And then I'm actually gonna share, if this cake ends up actually being really good, I'm gonna share the recipe that I used to make it. And then if any of you guys cook, then you can make it at home too and see what you think. So, I hate this angle. I hate these angles. The angles of this camera suck. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm gonna do it like that, and then I guess what I could do, I could probably measure my ingredients back here near the mixer so that you all can see it. Cause I'm like walking around the kitchen and it's ridiculous. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys like a quick view of what the kitchen looks like. I'm sorry if any parts look like a mess. Okay, so this right here, hold on. So this right here is my fridge. The reason the paper towel is there is because the ice tray leaks. So I don't know, it leaks on the floor, but anyway, it's a fridge that I got with the house. When I bought the house, it was one of those things that I kind of bargained and said, well, I want a fridge, I want a washer and dryer, I want a fence. So when you buy a house, you want to make sure that you try to negotiate as many items as you can, because some of that stuff you can get obviously cheaper through the home construction company versus if you go out and you try to get it on your own. So, and that up there, I don't know how well you guys can see it, but it says cucina, which is actually Italian for kitchen. And I have this painting right here that I got from Wayfair, which I thought was really cute. It reminds me of kind of like, I've never been to like Sicily or any place like that, but something about it makes me think of think of that based on other pictures that I've seen, different stuff like that. And I actually have this little dining area behind me, but I'm not going to show it to you all right now because the table looks a mess. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into measuring out some of these ingredients. Oh, and then my stove is actually a gas stove. I'm used to working on electric stoves. My parents have an electric stove, and that's pretty much all I've grown up on. You know, the eye, you turn it on, the eye turns red, that. So I'm gonna try and see how I can position this so that you all can actually see me. Hold on. The mixer is freaking huge. Let's see. Maybe. Can I put y'all up here? Is that? Nope. Let's see. I don't know what to do, man. Like, this is hard. So I'm sorry. Y'all may not be able to see my face for a portion of this video. But you know what? We just gotta do what we gotta do, right? So this is my mixer. I got this not too long after I moved in the house, a couple of months, just because I like to bake. So like cakes and pies and brownies. I've done brownies before. Brownies are really good. I tried to do some turtle brownies, but it was terrible. The caramel didn't come out quite as I wanted it to. And honestly, when I think back on it, it probably would have been better if I'd used like caramel syrup instead of using like, because I think the recipe said something about using caramels, and me and my mom just assumed like, well, hey, let's get caramel candy. But unfortunately, when you heat up the caramel candy, sure, it softens, it melts, it turns, it liquefies. But then before I could even get it onto the brownies, it hardened. And I mean, it tastes good, but it was hard. And it's just like, it's like hard candy. And it was not good. So that's probably one I might try again. And instead of actually using caramels, I'll probably end up using caramel syrup. So here we go. So they have like a list of ingredients for, like they did, which is really strange. I've never seen this, but like they have like cake 1 and then 2 and then 3. So they've got like 3 different cakes listed here. But basically it's like you take the ingredients for cake 1 and you throw those in here, and then you go on and mix in 2 and then 3. So anyway, let's get to it. So the first thing that they mentioned, which is what I already meant, or what I've already said, was to preheat the oven to 350. So we've already done that. And then it says on here to lightly grease. It says on here to lightly grease a 9x13 or 3 8-inch pans. I'm actually not gonna be doing 3 8-inch, which is like 8 inches, like the round pans, kind of like this right here. So, and then the 13x9 is like a rectangle shape. But I'm only gonna be doing one 8-inch pan. So that also means that the measurement for the ingredients are obviously going to be cut into like thirds, since I think this recipe was set up for 3, like a 3-layer cake.